2 referees in charge for match number 23. Our first referee is Ms. Joy De Imos, ABC International Referee. And the second referee is Mr. Bonifacio Abog, National Referee. Presenting the starters for the Martelli meets Master Butchers. Starting with team captain number 1, Jerome Cordes. At number 2, Carl Honrado. At number 3, Andre Bondo. At number 4, Renz Cruz. At number 12, Wilbert Cebrero. And at number 18, Angelo Reyes. The starting libero is number 8, Recrec Alfaro. The head coach of the Master Butchers is Mr. Michael Conde. Introducing the starters for the DN Steel Far Eastern University. Starting with their team captain, number 8, Gelord Talisayan. At number 5, Miko Espartero. At number 9, Drix Saavedra. At number 11, Lyric Mendoza. At number 15, Dula Dongala. At number 17, Benny Martinez. And their starting libero is number 1, Veni Ceballos. The head coach of DN Steel FEU is Mr. Edison Orcolio.
And there you have it, your starters for the Martelli meets Master Butchers. Reyes, Bundok, Cebrero, Honrado, Cordes, Cruz, and Alfaro will be doing the starting honors. Typical 6 for Coach Billy. On the other side of the court, you have very familiar names.
Right.
The great change here is the return of Talisayan, of course, together with Dongala. And of course, you have Benny Martinez starting the charge here. Usually, palitan sila ni Ariel Cacao. Then you have a new libero on the list in Ceballos, who has been performing spectacularly for the FEU DN Steel Ultras.
And again, just to put this game in context, these are 2 teams in the opposite sides of the standings. Martelli currently 9th seed, and FEU leading the pack at first. So again, FEU going here with a lot of confidence.
And the Ultras get the first point with an off-the-block hit. First point is drawn by the Tamaraws, who look like they're charging their way straight here. Talisayan will now serve for FEU. Cebrero going for that quick. That is read well by Dongala. They go up to the open side, popped up there by Castillo. Benny goes up to the left wing. Another hit there coming from the left wing of Martelli. An answer coming from FEU, and they do get that check.
A great hustle there on the side of Martelli in terms of defense, and that's what they need right now, because they know FEU has a lot of heavy attackers, so they really need to double time in terms of floor defense.
Well, that's what Coach Billy was mentioning. They know a collegiate team is very much into hitting. Kumbaga, gigil pumalo ang collegiate team, so defense ang kailangan nilang i-improve in this game specifically. Let's get that again. That hit from the lefty, Drix Saavedra.
Right on the line, in the corner pocket.
Talisayan goes for that jump serve. Popped up there by Martelli. They go up to the opposite side, off the blockers. Benny going for that quick. That works for Dongala.
And so far, FEU showing that they can dominate in terms of offense. Again, Martinez orchestrating the offense so well. We've mentioned a couple of names already.
So far, most of the players have been getting touches, and the spread out of those points is 2 already to Saavedra and 1 to Dongala. However, that serve goes out for the Ultras. You know, I have to get used to calling them the Ultras because they're not the Tamaraws in this Spikers turf. Bundok on that serve. Martinez going up to the open side. Oh, that was hot for Espartero.
Espartero with an open block there in the cross-court angle. Take a look at this one. So much space for him to go for that attack.
Wide open there. Di sumaba yung middle on the other side. As Dongala serves. Tough serve. Oh. Andrade.
Andrade rather out smarting the blocking of Espartero there, seeing the hands were not pressed enough.
You know, when you're in doubt, you check that ball out.
Right.
Papa-check mo na lang.
And that's what they need right now. Be more aggressive in offense.
Be a bit smarter as that hit from Mendoza will not get a check as he claims. So Lyric will still not tally a point. And Martelli gets a 2-point disadvantage as Angelo Reyes continues to serve. That's Rico Espartero. Oh, that shacks away from the court.
That has got to give Martelli some confidence here. I mean, FEU is also known for their stable passing, but to get that ace off the hands of Espartero could allow Martelli to gain some momentum here.
Well, it's a 1-point game. However, that detriment as they lose an advantage. They were 1 point away from tying the match. Now it's a 2-point lead for FEU. Drix Saavedra will be serving for the Ultras. That's a very interesting first name. No vowels.
The spelling.
Cerbero going up to Andrado. Andrado's denied there by Mendoza.
Solid one there. Andrado trying to break the blocking actually, but Espartero and Mendoza just teaming up.
There was already a seam right in between Espartero and Mendoza. However, dumiretso sa kamay as we witness that jump serve that converts an ace for Saavedra. And that gives a 4-point lead to the FEUD and Steel Cross. We'll be back after a short break.
We're still live here at the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig at the only league where power meets passion. A battle between a team at the top and a battle between a team at the bottom. But for Coach Ed of the FEUD and Steel Ultras, standings are just standings. Going into today's match, isa lang daw talaga ang pinaka-iniingatan niya for the men in gold and green. Ang utak, the ability to not get rattled no matter the circumstance. That no matter the skill, the boys need their head held high that they wish to show in this match. Ayel Sinch.
Thank you so much, Denise. Well, as I got to have a quick convo earlier with Coach Julio, he mentions that, you know, it's about really having that group mentality. Kasi sabi nga niya, 20 yung players niya, 7 yung coaching staff niya, kailangan sa lahat yan sumunod sa kanya or sa sistema niya. And getting them together is going to be a challenge, but it's a challenge that he has accepted well so far as they lead by 4 points and they lead the standings. They're no blemishes in coming into this game.
It's very clear that they're really trying to build their teamwork, and it shows with the contributions of the players put in the court, whether they are starters or coming off the bench, as Talisayan gets another block for FEUD and Steel.
No, I'll just linger quickly about team effort. The team effort even applies to the coaching staff. You know who's the blocking coach for the wing spikers? It's actually Jude Garcia, learning from King Tamaraw himself. As Martelli gets a break here, they're still down by 4. Serve now, coming from the captain Cortez. Adjustment, Talisayan will swipe that. Martinez sets up a quick to Mendoza. That converts to ultra point.
Martinez continues to show that he has great connections with all his attackers. I mean, out of system ball there, but Mendoza was still able to go for that hit.
And that's where you see confidence with the gelling.
Right, chemistry.
You know that as a setter yourself before, right? Hindi ka susugal ng quick kung malayo ka sa attack line.
No, but if you've built that connection in trainings and games, you'll definitely have the confidence to do that.
And just like how the Martelli meets Master Butchers are starting to build up their confidence here, they're maintaining that gap and trying to close in. Martinez going up to the open side, Talisayan with a cross court.
But so far, Martelli just having a tough time defending the offense of FEU. Take a look at this one. Dungala being a perfect decoy there.
And you would really guard Dungala because you have seen his attacking prowess.
Right.
That doesn't cross. That's going to be an FEU and steal point. As we'll head on for a quick timeout. Let's listen in to Martel Meets.
Side out natin, tapos sa service, yun ang magiging natin eh. Dapat hindi tayo nag-air sa service, kakard. Ha? Kasi yun ang palaban natin sa kanila eh. Hindi, tapos manarget kayo sa sa service. Go. Game pa. Silipin mo lagi to, silipin mo yung weekend.
Hey, Martelli! Butchers!
Well, good passing. That's what they need right now because FEU is controlling the set. And FEU also making sure that they put Martelli out of system by serving well. And Martelli just need to find ways to stabilize their passing. That's one way for them to better their offense in this match.
No, Coach Billy mentioned something that they've been really strong at. It was at the service line. So they really have to show really tough serves to challenge FEU as well. Because serve is the first line of attack as Talisayan drops that in. Cerbero denied there by Talisayan as an overreaching call will be called against Cerbero.
And right now, you really feel that Martelli has some hesitation with their movement. This is not their usual way of playing. Could be intimidation as well, but they need to find their flow here. They can't allow FEU to just control this set.
And that's what Coach Billy has been expecting from them, to show their game.
Right.
Hindi yung sumubay sa kalaban as that block goes out.
Cerbero finally getting that 1-2 play.
This is a 6-point disadvantage for the boys in black. Serve now will come from their setter, Wilbert Cerbero. Oh, that goes straight to net.
As you mentioned earlier, that's one department that they're actually strong at, but so far we're not seeing a lot of production from that department from Martelli.
But you see the intention. You know where they're trying to go. It's just that execution is a different concept.
Exactly.
Cerbero goes up to the opposite side, going cross court. That is going to be a point for Martelli.
Now Bundok with a much needed point there for Martelli. Taking advantage of that gap in between Espartero and Dungala.
Serve picked up there by FEU. That easy reaction from Dungala.
Easy one for FEU there with the height and length of Dungala.
It's a 7-point lead as we head on for our technical timeout.
Yung title lang kata is From Vini
Pantropiko. Ay, salamin pala yun. Mahiwagang salamin, ano pag naman. Bakit ang puso?
Wow. Um, we've heard a lot of that today, and I think there's a
Do you
new.
know that song?
You know that dance. I've seen you dance that a lot, Ayel. But you know, our players have been showing their vocal strengths.
Right.
I think we could now have the voice of Spiker's Turf coming soon. Oh, that's a miscue. Ray is unable to put that away, so that's going to be a point for FEU.
Another missed opportunity there for Martelli. I mean, they had a good chance there with a good first ball.
Now Dungala will be serving. That easy, FEU has already rotated. Great pickup there. Going to keep the ball alive. Sabrera going for that quick. Reyes converting the top scorer in their previous match against Signal.
A good conversion there for Martelli, taking advantage of that chance ball. And this is some bright spots that you know, you would want to see from Martelli.
Grace now will serve. Going for it quick was Garrido. And Garrido, the newcomer, converts for FEU, DN Steel.
Again, everyone just contributing on the side of FEU. Martinez definitely has the luxury of having so many offensive weapons.
Now FEU had held on to a lead of 8 points, make that 7 after a freebie is given to Martelli Meats. Double substitution on the side of FEU. Duot checking in together with Molina for a full front line. Meanwhile, on the side of Martelli Meats, Tubog will come in together with Kalayag for full front line as well.
Both teams wanting a complete front row.
You're really seeing how strategy is changing in coaching.
Right. Taking advantage of the depth of their lineup.
Backs up from Duot, works. Yung dalawang bagong pasok for FEU converts right away.
Instant contribution off the bench from Molina and Duot.
Look at that. Easy, simple pickings there for Molina. Serve now is Espartero rather. That is out.
Espartero rushing to go for that serve.
You know what's interesting here is the coaching staff of FEU says this is the MVP of whoever will make it to the final 14 because they have a lineup of 20 here in the Spikers turf. So they have the luxury to rotate personnel
Good
every
problem
game.
for FEU for sure.
A very good and challenging problem, especially if they're playing this way. Garrido converting. Even the stringers have been contributing a lot.
And again, FEU continues to dominate this set. A lot of good touches from the middle as well.
And that's when you see that the system is working. Middle's getting activated. However, that serve from Garrido sails out. That becomes a Martelli point. Cruz now will be serving for the Master Butchers. That's such a nice moniker to mention.
Master Butchers.
Yeah. It's scary. Dungala with a tip on the other side. They go to the opposite side. That converts and hits the line for Kalayag.
Kalayag going for that high hands, going long. Take a look at this one. Reverse set. Kalayag not forcing a sharp one. Placement shot works for him.
And he recognized that the cross is already very much blocked, so he chose to swing it a bit in mid of down the line and cross. Oh, there's an infraction that will be called against FEU. That's going to be Martelli point. Martelli slowly trying to knock their way as they're 5 points away from closing in.
A bit of a run here will be helpful for Martelli. We already have back-to-back points.
Serve coming from Cruz on the other side. What a hit there coming from Molina.
Duot and Molina showing that they have a good connection here. And they can actually execute off the bench really quality minutes for both players.
That athleticism though, look at that. That replay, it's so obvious. Oh, however, the streak can continue.
And because FEU really trying to serve strong, trying to challenge the passing of Martelli, the reason why they have been committing all these errors.
5-point game. Lawrence Calayag serves for the black shirts. Oh, that's too short. They've been trying to go for these short floaters, trying to find a donut hole on the other side.
Or trying to target the middle blocker. Usually not part of the passing formation.
Meanwhile, on the other side, they're more intuitive with their serves. That hit is popped up by Martelli. On the other side, an answer coming from Bundok converts a point, keeping the gap at 5.
We're seeing a better flow here from Martelli. They're more synchronized right now from defense to offense, and you see them become more aggressive on the offense despite the fact that they have blockers in front of them.
However, the question is it a little too late? As Dongala says he needs just 2 more points to close this out.
Again, Dongala can just be that reliable attacker. He has the height. Take a look at that one. Full advantage for him, an easy outing. Can target any zones he wants.
That hang time is very helpful as well. That serve looks sharp. Reyes read there by Garrido. Garrido answering back. They go up to the open side. That's off the blockers. Kept alive there by FEU. Chance ball coming from FEU. Let's see what Martelli will do. High play denied. They go up to Teodones, who gets a check.
A great show of resilience here for Martelli. You see the fighting spirit right now.
And you're seeing everyone trying to contribute as it still continues to be a 5-point game. Reyes to serve. Duot goes up to the back row hit. On the other side, Cruz. Oh, that works. Back-to-back points there for Teodones.
Teodones has been so good challenging the blocking of FEU. Take a look at this one. 2 blockers jumping with him, putting all his power to get that point.
Recognizing the press is not as tough as the double sub returns here for FEU. Martinez checking back in. Serve now coming from Angelo Reyes. Down by 4. Martinez going up for the quick. That is going to be a Martelli point.
And right now you're seeing the frustration on the faces of the FEU. I mean, Martelli having a bit of a good run here.
We're trying to keep it tight here. Reyes continues to serve. Picked up there by Talisayan. Veda stops the bleeding and brings FEU to set point advantage.
Veda just being that veteran attacker with a lot of experience, you know that he's gonna score that point when needed the most.
And let's see if he continues that here with that serve coming from Saavedra. Over receive adjustment there coming from the setter. They go up to the open side to Teodones. Garrido. Coverage is there. Ooh, smartly placed there by Martinez as FEU closes this out with that soft touch, a 5-point lead for the DN Steel Ultras. As we look at that again,
Very simple play, but a great display of the quick thinking of Martinez there, finding that spot and scoring that most important point.
and sealing the deal for the DN Steel FEU Tamaraos Ultras. 25-20 is set number 1. We'll be back to see what happens in set number 2 only here at the Spikers Turf. And we're back here inside the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig City as we continue the coverage of your Spikers Turf. First set was won by the FEU DN Steel Ultras. You know, they started off cruising away, pulling away as much as 8, then Martelli needs trying to show some signs of life. But at the tail end, it's really about that composure that FEU had.
And you were right, there was a big lead for FEU, but the small runs, the mini runs really worked for Martelli. But it was a bit late for them to gain that momentum. And as you see the numbers, FEUD and still clearly dominating the attack department with 14 against the 9 of Martelli. 2 kill blocks, 2 service aces for FEU, and FEU also committing more errors with 10 against the 7 of Martelli. So FEU continues to show that they have the advantage in terms of attacking, and that's something that Martelli has to improve on. But before that, they have to start with their defense and serving as well. But you saw the sparks in that first set and that momentum. Hopefully, they'll be able to carry on the second set.
The aces could be signs of life there for Martelli. It can be something that could be their bread and butter moving forward. As we renew the excitement here, you know, a new set is always a chance to recover or a chance to continue a story. It really depends on which way it could go, which way will the volleyball gods support, and
who wants it better also.
Yeah. Bilog ang bola at kahit saan pwede bumagsak ang bolang yan. And we continue the ball game with a serve coming from the side of DN Steel FEU Ultras as we start set number 2. Serving is Benny Martinez. As we're seeing some new names here injected in. Absin checking in here for FEU.
And you see how the coaches really rotate their lineup.
And that's the luxury of having a deep pool. We go to a back quick that works for Martelli Meets.
Good start there for Martelli as Reyes gets that point from the back. Only one blocker there, not enough.
May pagka-differential yung set. Not as
Not
fast.
the usual
Yeah.
quick. Great dig.
Absin popped up there. Kundok denied with block. Absin getting a hook at that. They're looking for a net infraction. And
Kita mo yung konting
Yeah.
gigil eh.
they get it on the side of Martelli Meets. Martelli serves. Absin, pinabawi, kept alive there. Oh! It's the other side now, grazing the tape of the net.
Both teams trying to play aggressively on the net here.
Cordelia will now serve for the Ultras. He got to a quick. Oh! Textbook. If earlier we saw a differential timing, now we're seeing a zero tempo quick.
This is where you see the importance of a good first ball, because now you see that Martelli has the strength in their middles as well with Angelo Reyes there.
So that's a challenge to keep it consistent for Martelli. Meanwhile, for FEU, how will they answer back if Martelli changes their game? That becomes a point for Esparteo.
And you also see the effort of FEU not allowing Martelli to gain that early confidence and the momentum. Espartero there, trying to go for the high hands, going for that swipe.
Serve now comes from FEU's Absin. They go up to the captain, Cordes, on the side of Martelli Meats.
And right now, even from out of system, Martelli gets to score as Cordes taking advantage of that gap in between the blockers.
Really maximizing the seam. Martinez now going for it quick. Kept alive there. Active middles for the side of FEU. Honrado from the opposite side. Saavedra with an easy answer.
Saavedra is just really difficult to defend. He has the athleticism, the quickness to score a point right away. Take a look at this one. Going for that high hands, that risk action, putting more speed and power in that attack.
And now Saavedra will serve as he has 5 points in this ball game. However, that serve goes out.
Too much angle in that serve of Saavedra. Definitely a better start here for Martelli.
Serving now for Martelli is Carl Honrado. Picked up by FEU. Benny goes up to Espartero. Espartero is denied.
Espartero has been marked so far, has been slowed down by that right pin blocking of Martelli.
Martelli now enjoying a 3-point lead. Honrado with a serve. And that converts for Saavedra.
Set from Martinez to Saavedra from the back row.
Serve now comes from FEU. Esparteo. That hit coming from the opposite, from the open side from Cordes. Oh, a miscue on the side of FEU.
An unusual miscue between Martinez and Mendoza. Martinez a bit late. That was also a bit fast when Mendoza was still transitioning.
3-point lead for Martelli Meats here. Martinez going for the quick hit that works. This time for Derek Mendoza.
Both players trying to make up for that misconnection earlier. This time a simpler play, a quick attack. Mendoza powering through the loose block of Martelli.
So now coming from Mendoza, pick up their by Honrado. They go up to the open side from Bundok. And that doesn't stay alive.
And right now you see better offense from Martelli.
And this timeout has a 3-point lead in favor of the Master Butchers. We'll be back here at the Spikers Turf.
You're still tuned in live here at the Invitational Sports Arena in Pasig, where power meets passion. A team with different personalities, backgrounds, and cultures. The Martelli Master Butchers wish to show their A game today by finding their momentum through blockings. In Coach Billy's words, tayo ang magdidikta ng pacing. Seniors Jerome Cordes and Razzle Palisok also mentioned the importance, especially for rookies, na magkaroon ng kumpiyansa sa sarili. As seniors, it may have been a challenge handling a team with almost half of it as rookies, but it's well worth it for the team they so love. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Denise. Do you have any thoughts on that, Ayel?
Well, it's always tough when you're a team full of rookies and a new team at that. It really takes time for you to adapt the system, to build that chemistry, but it's important also to have seniors to lead the way. But right now, you see really that Martelli trying to show their improvement, trying to show the chemistry that they have built so far.
And they're doing so by imposing a 2-point lead here. Serve now, coming from FEU DN Steel Ultras. It's a 1-point game. Martinez to serve. You up to a quick hit. Reyes converts. Back to a 2-point lead for Martelli Meats.
Reyes proving that he can be the go-to player definitely for Martelli. Another conversion on his end.
Serve coming from Cordes, as that is going to be hit out for Saavedra.
Bundok with a good read on that set and that hit coming from Saavedra, but Saavedra just putting more power and even angling that perfectly to get that point.
Serve now is coming from FEU. This is Jamel Codilla. The tip coming from Martelli. Oh! Wow!
Regalo there, given straight to the hands of Reyes. Off this tip, FEU looking disorganized in that sequence.
It's a 2-point lead for Martelli Meats, but that is not a safe lead. However, FEU continues their rampage, making it a 1-point game.
FEU doing a good job keeping it close, but it has been Martelli leading the way so far in this set.
Sid now to serve. Short serve, but that is going wide.
Another error there for FEU.
Two-point game as Martelli Meats will now serve. Oh, grazing the tape of the net. Mendoza denied there. Adjustment coming from Esparteo. And that works for FEU.
Great coverage there. Great transition play for FEU. And Espartero this time going down the line, going for that angle, not forcing a cross-court shot.
Saavedra now will serve for the Ultras. Jump serve. Oh, there's a violation called against the Master Butchers.
Bubog with a double violation there, trying to go for that reverse set.
11 all in the first set. Serve coming from Saavedra is going to
FE really having a tough time on the service line today. A lot of errors coming there.
One-point game. Serve coming from Onrado. Martinez going up to the opposite side. Oh, she's denied.
Martelli has been checking the offense of Saavedra. It's a good sign for them in terms of their defense. I mean, it was almost a point for FEU, but it scraped the head of Saavedra.
Last minute touch. That serve coming from Orado. Well read there by the libero of Martelli meets. Espartero adjusting. Free ball coming from the libero. That is too short.
Likely error there for Martelli. An easy free point for FEU as they continue to try to close this gap.
Serve coming from FEU. Let's see what Martelli does with it. Cordes gets the touch.
What an angle there. 3 blockers already jumping with him.
Serve now will come from Martelli meets. Jump float. This one from Martinez. Oh!
Perfect execution there. The combination play, actually a simple one there. Mendoza just delaying that jump, going for that higher set. 3 blockers already on their way down.
DN Steel ultras to serve. But this time that works.
Bundok going for a higher attack this time. Take a look at this one. Taking advantage of that elevation.
Athleticism of FEU has always been a puzzle to me. They have the same build from 9 to 6. That serve is going to be a fault.
Tough one there for Martelli as they would want the bigger gap here.
One-point game. Martinez to serve for the Ultras. Let's see what Martelli does.
What an angle there for Bundok.
And we're entering a technical timeout. We'll be back here at the Spikers Turf.
Saan tayo'y naging magkatabi? Jeepney, punch cola. Naaalala ko ang mga taas.
Ayel, my question for you, if you were a coach in the voice of Spikers Turf, will you choose him to be part of your team?
That's a tough question to answer.
Will you spike the mic?
Will you turn your chair?
Yes. Gumawa ng sariling show. But we are in a 3-point game. Martelli meets lead by 3. Maybe that could be a lucky charm for the Master Butchers, that lyricist. As we have the serve coming from Joaquin Tubo. Pick up there by Espartero. They go to a combination play. Oh! That's what Coach Billy wants to see.
The blocking of Martelli has been working well for them. Martinez trying to outsmart them, putting Saavedra in the middle, but 2 blockers still reading that one perfectly.
over-received. Great reaction there coming from Angelo Reyes on the other side. That ball is still alive. Martelli going to Onrado. Onrado adding some muscle there.
Martelli clearly playing faster and going for more aggressive attacks here.
This is very different from the last few sequences from Martelli. You know, we're starting to see that sumaba yung FEU dun sa pace ng laro, and it's a 4-0 run for the Master Butchers right now. That serve still comes from their setter. Oh, that is out.
Errors piling up here for FEU. I mean, Martelli doing a great job in terms of blocking.
And now, the first challenge of the match will be called by the Ultras. As they're looking for a block touch. And we have the challenge camera here as it is clearly judged that there is no block touch.
So it has been Martelli leading and controlling the set so far. You see the confusion right now from FEU. Some adjustments are definitely needed on their side.
Tubog with 4 excellent sets here gets an ace. Martelli on a roll here. They're enjoying a 7-point lead.
Take a look at this one. FEU letting it go. No one committing in that passing.
Number 25, Luis Michael Miguel will be checking in. He tallied 13 big points in that last match against VNS. He go up to Saavedra. And he converts and finally stops the bleeding for FEU. They're down by 6.
Much needed point there for FEU. As Martelli finally banking on their strength from the service line.
They go up for a quick hit. Reyes regaining the favor.
Tubog actually has done a good job in terms of playmaking.
Substitution here for Martelli Meats as they are just 3 points away from closing this out. However, FEU is a team that can be dangerous in moments like this. Miguel with a hit, the answer coming from Cordes. They go up to Cordes again, tipping this over to the other side. Nobody home in the backcourt of FEU.
Everything working well for Martelli in this set from offense to defense.
DN Steel FEU calls timeout.
Ayaw maglaro, ayaw niyo maglaro ng maayos. Tignan mo ano inaatake ng kabila. Harap, open. Hindi pa nga si pare. Open pa yung set. Para niya mapalo niya ng ganun, makaka-establish siya ng maayos eh. Tapos yung defense sa likod. Paano na pinalo? Pag ganun pare, ang haba ng palo. Tapos papatay sa atin. Meron pa tayong hindi mo na-receive yung service. Anak ng baka naman. Baka hindi tayo nag-uusap. Tapos nakailang beses nang umatake sa harapan mo. Pare, pag ganyan tapos ginanon ulit talo, may karga. Nasaan yung defense sa ilalim? Yung base nasaan? Wala din. Ilang aggressive.
Coach Orculio trying to look for a lot of stuff from his players. Clearly, they're not playing their usual game, not able to execute and really organize their defense, and he's been trying to look for that.
He's looking for that hustle as they're down by 8. This is unfamiliar territory for FEU. Martelli going up to Honrado. Honrado, oh, smartly placing it right behind the blockers.
Soft touches actually working for Martelli. FEU has been waiting, anticipating for the strong hits, but the soft touches has been easy points for Martelli.
And Coach Ed is unhappy and will be burning his last timeout.
Taas ng bola. Kung nakaready lang ako, baka kunin ko yung bola sa ilalim eh. Tatakbuhin ko, tapos kukunin ko yung bola. Mag-attempt lang ako. Tingnan mo, babagsak yung bola. Walang kumukuha. Aangat ba yan ng ganun lang? Subukan mong kunin. Kahit hindi mo makuha, nag-attempt ka man lang. Kahit pa paano. Ha?
Coach Orculio clearly not happy with what he's seeing right now, asking for more effort from his players.
No, Coach Ed was trying to explain to me why he's more stern now in his timeouts. It's because he's trying to mold them to follow the system.
Right.
And that's really a challenge, you know. You have 20 strong-headed young gentlemen in that side of the court with 7 coaches leading the charge. Saavedra going for that cannon.
Much midpoint there for FEU. No room for mistakes for FEU as Martelli needs one more point to take this set.
Serve now coming from FEU's Absin. They go to Reyes. Reyes converting and closing things out. It's going to be one set apiece between Martelli and FEU, and this just made the game extra interesting.
Exactly. Reyes starting strong in this set, ending strong as well, being that big contributor for the Martelli Master Butchers.
And we'll find out what happens in set number 3 as we look back at set number 1, 25-20 in favor of FEU, then 25-16 in favor of Martelli. It's one set apiece. We'll win set number 3. We'll find out when we return here on the Spikers Turf. Welcome back here at the Spikers Turf as we continue the coverage of your matchup between the FEUD and Steel Ultras going up against Martelli meets Master Butchers. It's been very interesting. Set number 2 has been very different from set number 1. Martelli was able to start strong, pull away, and then at the tail end, they changed things up. Nung sumaba yung FEU sa pace nila, binilisan nila, that's when it became more interesting and more challenging for the Tamaraws.
And you just see the noticeable intensity and better energy from the side of Martelli as they're able to improve their attack points. They have 10 against the 11 of FEU. They have 3 kill blocks, very important that they were able to slow down Drake Saavedra. FEU, no blocks at all, no service aces, and 1 service ace for Martelli. And really, what you can highlight here are the errors of FEU. 11 free points for Martelli in that set. That's really a big number of errors coming from FEU.
Everything's starting to click here for Martelli. I mean, on paper, look at those numbers. The spike attack points starting to get real close. And as we would love to mention, Arena Plus, astig sa sports. We're back here in our ball game. DN Steel Ultras looking to return to their winning ways in the first set. Meanwhile, Martelli looking to continue the butchering that they're doing as we start the third set. Saavedra starting in hot for the Ultras.
FEU also putting back their original starters as Saavedra goes down the line there.
Talisayan serves. Pick up by Honrado. Honrado going for the tip. That has been effective.
Right, Honrado has been very smart with his attacking. Finding the weak spots, not forcing a lot of power on the hits. Just right behind the blocker, simple yet effective.
Esparteo! Oh!
And this is what was missing from FEU in the second set. Their aggressiveness from their hits. Open block again in the cross-court angle.
Serve coming from Dungalo. That hit coming from Cortez. On the other side, Esparteo. Tubog going up to the back quick. Picked up there by Dungalo. As Mendoza.
I have to credit half that point to Dungalo, who was very quick in that reaction.
This is going to be a very interesting star for the Tamaraws in the coming years. Oh, the easy answer coming from Cortez. And this is what you start to see things starting to get heated up.
Cortez there powering through the hands of Saavedra.
Reyes now has been the top scorer for Martelli Meats. 9 big points already. Oh, a miscue on the side of FEU. Nasipa ba? While in mid-air, looks like we're going to have a quick substitution. Ganun pag high flyers.
Right.
Yeah, you're seeing Esparteo holding on to his nose because during the takeoff, sa taas ng talon, nasagi ni Lyric yung ilong niya. Miguel checking in. Honrado taking advantage of the newcomer.
Now we talked about on top of the coverage how it can't be just Reyes scoring the points, and right now we're seeing a lot of players contributing. We mentioned Cortez, Honrado as well, going for the placement shots, being smart in his offense.
1 point lead for Martelli Meats. Cross court coming from Cortez. So far, Cortez and Honrado has been the 1-2 punch of Martelli Meats.
What a great improvement, really, for the offense of Martelli in this match after losing the first set.
Another 4-0 run for the Master Butchers. Saavedra denied with block. Martinez going to Miguel. This time it gets through the block.
Finally a point here for FEU that can spark their momentum here.
But they have to keep this tight, you know?
Right.
They don't want to repeat what happened in that second set earlier.
Where they played catch-up and they were not able to close the gap.
Saavedra with that serve, that is going long.
This is one of the reasons why they're not able to, service errors has been pretty crucial for them.
2-point lead for Martelli Meats. It has been that opponent's errors also that contributed a lot in that last set.
Right.
11 big points given up by FEU. Mendoza with that push. Oh! Double contact violation called against Martelli. It's going to be a 1-point game as DN Steel is trying to close the gap. Miguel with that serve. To go up. Oh! Overshoot with that set. Oh! You love the recovery
Right.
from Cortez.
And the Cordes is just really hard to defend as an attacker. Has so many angles. Earlier went down the line. This time when FU adjusted, went to close that angle. Cordes going cross court.
Talisayan denied there by the block of Martelli meets. 3-point lead for the Master Butchers as we head on to our first technical time. Oh, rather, there is a net touch or a net fault challenge here coming from the DN Steel Ultras. So, point has not been officially awarded as this has been challenged for a net touch.
Krubog actually admitting to it.
Okay. Martelli admits to it, and it becomes a one-point game. So the challenge is not pursued. No green card awarded yet here, but you know, you love the gesture, appreciate that gesture.
The honesty.
And you know the players, they want the least number of lulls.
Right. Love the sportsmanship as well.
Push coming from Cruz still brings Martelli meets to the technical timeout, ahead by 2 this time. We'll be back after this quick break, only here at the Spikers Third Invitational Conference.
You're still tuned in here on Spikers Turf, where power meets passion, live na live sa Enara Sports Arena Pasig. It's time we talk about the Steel Ultras team captain, Jelor Talisayan. The 22-year-old sports science major shared his secret on being a leader to his team. Apparently, the captain is a bookworm, and a certain Japanese book has influenced him. Ang turo daw nito, to seize every moment. Kaya palagi niyang paalala sa team na hindi mo malalaman ang mangyayari bukas, so just focus on the now. Back to the panel.
It's a very healthy reminder coming from the team captain. And, you know, it's about focusing on what's happening now and not what's happening later, what happened earlier. That's a very good volleyball mentality.
And that's what they need right now. Forget about that second set and try to bounce back in this third set. And that's what they've been trying to do as they close this gap. Our first deadlock of the set.
And it looks like they're starting to wake up here in the third set as Benny will serve. Picked up there by Honrado. Tubog. Tubog going to the open side again. That is going to be a block point for FEU.
And FEU really trying to lock in their blocking. Again, that's one of their strengths. They had 17 kill blocks in their previous game against VNS. So that's something that could help them slow down the good offense of Martelli right now.
They go up to Bundok. Oh, pipe attack coming from Miguel. That push from Bundok gets a last-minute touch.
FEU couldn't find themselves to be organized right away. A missed opportunity after the chance ball given to them.
Serve coming from Martelli meets. Oh, Talisayan. The athleticism.
Right. Very sharp attack coming from Talisayan.
Now he's marching to the service line and serving for FEU. Pick up there by Honrado. Tubog going for the quick, well read there by Dumalo. The open side, the tip coming from Bundok on the right pin.
This is what Coach Eder Cooley has been trying to ask from his players. The effort in the floor defense. No one attempted to go for that defense in the past sequence.
Oh, Honrado adjusting. You know, you just admire liberos when they show extra athleticism. Good ball still. Going for an 8 quick. Oh, they're going for a back attack. Kita ko yung last minute yung may bigay mo na si Benny ng quick eh.
Solid
Look at that.
one. Solid
Pasilip
playmaking
yata natin.
there.
Ay, hindi na nakita. But there you go. Oh, that's the composure. That's the familiarity right there.
Right.
1 point lead for FEU as Dongala serves. Tubog bump set. They go to Condes. Miguel. Oh, you're starting to see more creativity on the side of FEU. They know they're being read now.
Going for the high hands, going for some angle shots, but this time, Martelli committing the net touch violation.
FEU goes for that serve. Dongala. Tubog bump set going to Cordes. May depensa si Dongala as Miguel closes things out again.
So, Dongala showing that he's a complete package as a player. Great defense coming from him. And Miguel, again, that elevation really allowed him to go for that hit.
Timeout will be called by the Master Butchers. Listen in.
Kung yung second set natin, kayo ngayon, oo.
Relax lang tayo, dahan-dahanin lang natin.
Dahan-dahan. Alam na natin kung anong ginagawa nila, so doon na tayo mag-focus.
Ito, yung palo ng opener, puro ibabaw. So, isipin niya lagi, sa taas siya papaluin, mahaba. First ball ulit natin, nawawala ka.
Magsaservice yan sa'yo, ha?
First ball ulit natin, nawawala. Martelli! Butcher! Huwag mo na kunin sa ilalim.
3-point lead here for FEU and Coach Billy noticing the gap. So tries to pound the alarm, stop things, cool things off, stop the momentum of FEU because FEU is coming in hot.
And he's also asking his players for more effort as FEU trying to get back their usual game. And one player who has been key again is Dongala. He was also the key player in the previous game against VNS. Has been very effective from the service line.
It's such a game changer here as it's a 4-0 run now for FEU. Let's see if they'll make it to 5. Cordes says, let's stop it at that.
Cordes has been a big problem here for FEU, being creative with his angles.
That's what you love to see, especially when you're watching commercial men's volleyball. The
Right.
exchanges. Ito yung storylines dito eh. Momentum swings here faster than a pendulum.
And right now, momentum clearly on the side of FEU as they enjoy this 4-point lead after playing catch-up.
Saavedra with 12 big points already in this match. Serves. What a jump serve. Tubog going up to Honrado. Honrado now putting some muscle into it. That is going to be a Martelli point.
Honrado tallying another point for Martelli. Wing attackers working hard.
Honrado going for that floater. Benny, oh!
Perfect timing for that 1-2 play. And we talk about that timing is crucial in executing that 1-2 play. Take a look at this one. No one moved at all.
And that's what we call outsmarting the opponent as we head on to a quick technical timeout. We'll be back after this short break.
Siguro yung quote na nakatatak sa akin is, "Fear is temporary, but regret is forever." Parang sa buhay lang at saka sa team namin, sugal ng sugal habang kaya pa, walang sukuan. Kaysa mag-regret ka hanggang sa dulo. All out kami lagi, wala kaming sinasayang na oras. O kung nag-all out man kami sa training, dapat all out din kami sa laro.
Quotable quotes from your favorite athletes. The diversity of things you learn here in Spikers Turf. Martinez joining in the spiking action.
You see the sense of urgency there on the side of Martinez. It was almost a regalo to Martelli, but Martinez taking advantage of that.
And that's athleticism just for you. You know, I've always been at awe with the athleticism of these FU
I
players.
agree.
Sabi ko talaga dati sa coaching staff nila, from Coach Ray to Coach Ed, ano bang ipinapakain niyo sa Moraita? As they lead by 6 here.
And that's because there were a lot of batches, you know, players
Yeah.
coming from FU.
I
I mean,
mean,
JP
before-
Bugawan, Martin Bugawan.
Jude Garcia, yun baka jeans yun eh. Magkamag-anak yun eh. Jude Garcia. And then the list goes on. Diba? Even the
Peter
coaches now,
Kiel from
the HD Spikers. I mean, a lot of players. And, you know, that's kudos to the program. They would always mention Coach Kid, who started this tradition. I mean, this is a program that is rooted deeply in a volleyball tradition,
Right.
both in men's and women's. I mean, not forget, Coach Nes Pamilar in the women's established FEU as well.
has been really good collegiate program that has been very successful.
Sustainable and consistent at that. But enough about these young guns as Talisayan goes for that tip. There's going to be a net infraction. The Tamaraws, really, their horns are up.
And Martelli, you see them right now.
The knife started to become dull in this third set to continue the puns. That serve coming from Mendoza. Ooh, a miscue between Tubog and Cruz. That is very costly. You know, things like this can start to question confidence, connection.
And the energy as well, definitely it has been affecting the energy of Martelli here. Starting to see the frustration and the doubt in the faces of the Martelli players.
They're trying to change things up here with Kalayag checking back in together with Sebero. Mendoza will now be serving for the Ultras. 5 points in this ball game. Sebero goes up to the opposite side to Kalayag. The blocking has been impeccable for FEU.
The coverage found there on the side of Martelli. They have been stuck at 14.
Trying to figure this out. Talking about the Master Butchers.
Service game has been working for FEU here.
4 straight points here for the Ultras. Chudones will be checking in here.
Some adjustments right now.
It's a 8-point lead by FEU. Really pressing hard here, the Tamaraws. Serve coming from Mendoza. Adjustment coming from the side of Martelli. Sebero going up to the opposite side, but that is out for Kalayag.
Clearly, that scraped the antenna.
They're also starting to see some nerves, you know, affecting the players here, as Coach Billy will be calling timeout on the side of the Master Butchers. They're down by 9. Let's listen in to what the Butchers have to say.
pag nasa bench kayo, ano kayo, para pag binunot kayo,
Wala na naman yung
kaya nyo mag-perform, ha? Yes, game.
Boy, pasa ulit.
Konting ano pa.
First ball, di ba naging problema ulit natin? First ball. Balik tayo natin first ball. Jay, kaya ka nang pinasok para 3-3 man receive ha. Go, pasa tayo.
Kumuha momentum, ha? Kumuha ng...
Hey, Martelli!
Passing, that's one issue that they need to solve right away, because that was one department that worked well for them in the previous set, where they were able to activate the middles. And right now, we're not seeing any activations from the middles. It has been the wing attackers pulling in the points for Martelli.
Oh, and Martelli gets a break.
A good timeout to ice the server there.
Still an 8-point lead here for the Ultras. Serve coming from the Butchers. Ultras choose Talisayan, who hits that ball too wide.
Too much angle and lack of risk action there for Talisayan.
Substitution for TNCFE, number 17 out, number 14, Awards of
It's now a 7-point lead for FEU. Cruz to serve on the side of the Butchers. Oh, that's too high.
Way out there for Martelli. And that gives FEU their set point here.
8 set points here for the Tamaraws. It's going to be a tough call for the Butchers. Oh, chance ball coming from Martelli. FEU will make do. They go to Saavedra.
Who else will they go to? But to Saavedra, who has been leading the way.
Let's look at that again. Backs him. Oh, look. Last flick. Perfect form coming from setter to spiker. As we head on to our quick break, it was 2-1 in favor of FEU DN Steel Ultras. We're back here inside the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig City, and Sinjoneer is together with Ayel Estaniero. Let's look back at set number 3. It looked very similar to set number 1. Very interesting performance here, and very interesting turnaround here for the Tamaraws. You know, the Ultras have been showing a lot of composure, especially when the usual 6 are inside the court.
And it looked like in the start of the set that it was going to be Martelli who was going to control the set once more, but FEU finding their momentum and not looking back. I mean, Direk Saavedra again being the go-to player. Dungala also with the consecutive serves that allow them to gain that momentum. And as you take a look at the numbers, better attacking again for FEU. They have 14 against the 10 of Martelli. Better in the other departments as well. 2 kill blocks and 2 service aces. Martelli was not able to register any. And what's important here for FEU is that they were they were able to trim down their errors from 11 to just 6, where they were able to play more consistently in that third set.
Intangible starting to play a crucial role here, and you're starting to see the other point production big roles here. You know, it's not just about attacking now. It's also now about the blocking, the serving, and that means the reception has to work. That means the digging, the coverage has to be up to par, and that's going to be a challenge not just for the Tamaraws or the Ultras, but also to the Master Butchers.
Let's see if they'll be able to make the necessary adjustments after losing the third set as Bundok with that hit. Too long, too high for him. 3 point for FEU.
I mean, looking at the top scorers, it's more distributed now for Martelli Meets compared to previous outing against Signal, where now they have distributed point production. 8 points for Cortez, 7 points for Bundok, 9 points for Reyes. Meanwhile, on the other side, Saavedra has been pounding the hammer at 13 big points together with Espartero, who checked out earlier but is back in the ball game this time. Absin is also back here. But tip from the back from Cortez. Oh, pipe attack for Espartero.
FEU looking very cohesive in that last sequence.
That is a 7th point in this ball game.
Towards activating Espartero from the back row.
This is the challenge by Coach Ed, trying to field in a mixture of stringers and starters.
Strong start here for FEU from offense to defense.
That's a promising 3-point lead start. You know, they're starting in hot. And usually when FEU starts off like this is when they really get to pull away.
That's right.
Monrado was steady on the reception there, but a great answer coming from Angelo Reyes from the Master Butchers.
And this is why you can't give an easy serve to Martelli, especially when Reyes is in the front row.
Yeah, you know how when they get a good reception, the middle is really going to be busy.
Right.
And it really just depends, but the middles on the other side have also been very active. Absin.
It has been the battle of the middles in the start of this fourth set. Starting to be productive.
That is Absin's first point so far, as that's going to be an ace for Cordelia.
So much precision in that serve of Cordelia.
Wow,
right on the corner bucket, right on the line.
That's a skill already at this point. Let's see if he's able to replicate it. Oh, tough serves.
Oh,
great save, but nobody home for the third ball for Martelli. And it looks like Martelli is noticing that they're starting to crumble here. The timeout is being called by Coach Billy. Let's look at that again. Service ace after service ace. That's something that makes you pound the alarm. Let's listen to Coach Billy.
Para tatlo receive ha. Tatapatan nyo lang. Oo. Tatlo kayo receive para para mas madali ha. Game. Kumuha mo momentum.
Reset na, Martelli! Tara, up pa tayo.
Passing will be crucial here for Martelli, as Cordelia has been showing some strengths on the service line. They need to stabilize their passing right away. FEU trying to build up a big lead.
5-point lead for the Tamaraw so far. They go up to Honrado. Honrado going for a hard hit, but the block has been pressing hard here for FEU. And speaking of press block, Absin tallies his second point, this time through a kill block.
Blocking just too much here for Martelli. No coverage again.
Cordelia now serves for FEU. It's a 4-0 run for the Tamaraws. So far, 4-0 has been the turn around point. It's usually when the other side wakes up, but ball is still alive. Let's see if Martelli changes things up. They do. They stop the bleeding at 4-0.
And that's also because FEU sort of stopped in that rally. They thought it was already a point for them, but that was a good dig.
It's a clean save coming from the libero.
So blockers were not able to establish better formation.
Serve there coming from Martelli meets combination play.
Very clean combination play there for FEU.
And that gives a 6-point lead for the Ultras. Let's look at that again. Wow. Grabe. That's how you snatch a blocker away. And we'll be back here at the Spikers Turf to continue your coverage of the Invitational Conference.
We're still live here at the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig, where power meets passion. One of the rising stars of the Martelli Meat Butchers is the 22-year-old Andre Miguel Bundok. The Bulacan native was discovered when he got the MVP title in the Makata Camp in Bulacan. In his own words, nakaka-overwhelm man. Ito na yung pagkakataon na mailabas yung totoong talent na pinapakita sa training. Ang dating inaakala niyang malabong pangarap na makapasok dito, abot kamay pala. Back to you, Sinjan and Ayan.
Thank you so much, Denise. But before that, your favorite NBA superstars on NBA TV Philippines, now available on Signal Play. Download the Signal Play app now and subscribe on the App Store and Google Play Store to catch all the action in this new NBA season. Very exciting NBA season that we have right now, Ayel. I mean, you know, Cavs are very much undefeated in the Eastern Conference, and on the Western Conference, the Suns are leading together with the Thunders.
Looks like you're very updated, Sinj.
Ganun dapat. Multifaceted tayo. As we continue our coverage of the Spikers Turf Tournament, the only televised commercial men's volleyball league. That's branding. As Martelli meets, tries to close in the gap. 6-point game still. That push coming from Mendoza. On the other side, Bundok playing setter to Onrado. Oh! It's a block party.
The doors has been shot for Martelli. I mean, take a look at this one. Mendoza and Espartero taking the kill block.
That's the 6th kill block of the Ultras in this game alone, and they're just really flexing that blocking prowess that they have.
But Honrado, they're quick to adjust.
And this is the change-up that Honrado's doing. Earlier, we've seen the drop shots. Now, he's really going for the strong hits.
And that's when you see that the player is really thinking, playing in terms of adjustments and how the opponent is also playing.
As FEU goes up to Saavedra, Honrado was there. They go up to Cruz on that quick, read well by FEU. Cordes will try this time. The push was a bit too soft. Kept alive by FEU. Espartero getting out off the blockers.
So much power in that hit of Espartero.
Look at that again. Duot with that set.
Two blockers with a loose block. Definitely not enough press.
What's interesting is Espartero likes getting the ball a bit far away from the net, as that becomes an ace, but this will be challenged by Coach Billy and the rest of the Master Butchers for ball in, ball out.
Players seemed like they were sure that it was out. Let's see.
Well, we have several cameras, 20 plus if I'm not mistaken, in the venue to check this out.
I'm sure that's enough to see whether this is a ball in or a ball out.
And in the rare occasion, sometimes it becomes inconclusive. I mean, the machines are machines. They have limitations. And humans, we have limitations. That's why we have instruments like this. But the question is whether that serve went ball in, ball out is called by the referees to be in. If FEU does get this, this becomes an 8-point lead. If Martelli gets this, they stop the bleeding. But that is clearly on the line. And on the line means in.
I'm sure that serve was fast enough that it was really difficult to say whether it was in or out, but clearly we have the luxury of the challenge system. So point goes to FEU.
And that becomes an ace for Espartero. His 10th point. Going for another tough serve. Cordes going off the blockers. Duot will set this one up. Going to Saavedra.
Ooh.
Pick up there by Alfaro. Cordes adjusting with the full hit. Cordelia going for a bump. Saavedra giving a chance ball. Let's see what Martelli will do. They butcher it down in the middle, but they're denied by Cordelia. Cordes going to the open side. Great coverage from the libero. Cordes will try again. This time off the blockers.
What a hustle there for Cordes, getting all the attempts in that sequence. And you see FEU also adjusting, but in that last sequence, not enough to close down Cordes.
And you know, FEU is really starting to take things really seriously because they have two blockers guarding the open hitter, one blocker just to block the middle, and that's already the open spiker. 6-point lead.
Martelli slowly gaining momentum here.
Trying to play catch up. Tuot going for that quick to Mendoza. They go up to Honrado from the back row. On the other side, Cordelia gets that off the block.
Cordelia showing some good elevation and power in that hit. Take a look at this one. Two blockers there, going for the hands. Trajectory not enough to save that ball.
It's a 7-point lead for the Ultras. Oh, dumped. Read well there by Saavedra. They go up to Cordelia. Working like a machine is this FEU squad.
Cordelia also having the hot hands right now. Take a look at this one. Big gap in between blockers, taking advantage of that. And Cordelia also, if you notice, not the tallest of wing attackers, but definitely has the elevation advantage.
And very efficient also in receiving. Triple block already established this time against Bundok.
Oh.
Double block this time works. Substitution here for Martelli Meats. It's a 9-point lead as Martelli goes for the tip coming from Mali. Saavedra gets that point. We'll be back after this quick break. A 10-point lead for FEU.
Welcome back. We're live still here at the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig on Spiker's Turf, where power meets passion. Of course, if there's one thing we love here on Spiker's Turf, it's that we love to include our fans on the conversation. So if you are using or watching the Pilipinas Live app, you can still answer our question. Of course, we also have some thoughts from our viewers here over Twitter. From Twitter, we have @Zaid Rurai. or Sidri XGWT. Looking forward to seeing more production from our OHS in Espartero and Talisaya. And Grix is a constant, and as always, ang lakas ni Idol. From at Sid, TNK, Spikers Turf, MME versus FEU, DN Steel. Go FEU! From at Team FEU. Okay, from at Team FEU, mataas tumalon si Molina. Ah? And lastly, another tweet from Team FEU. I think si Judy Garriedo will take the last MB spot sa lineup natin. Maganda pitik niya. You can also join the conversation again online by using hashtag SpikersTurf2024 and visit our Facebook and Instagram pages. But right now, let's turn it over to our panel.
Thank you so much, Denise. Thank you so much to everyone who's been contributing to the conversation here. No, the FEU faithful has always been very supportive of the green and gold every time they play. Ano mang sport, ano mga channel ng signal yan, pinapalabas.
Love the school spirit of FEU as they continue to dominate this set.
11 big points, and that face shows some worry, true, but still trying to figure this out. This is not impossible as Duot was 6 excellent sets in this ball game. Serves the push coming from Angelo Reyes. On the other side, Cordelia has been very active here. The libero pops this one up, and Saavedra kept alive there by Honrado from the pipe.
Oh,
That is going to be a Martelli point.
that hit the line.
Ito, binanggit to kanina nung isang tweet. Molina checking in here for Saavedra, who's been the top productive player here with 17 big point. You know, may big point yung FEU tweeting community. No? They mentioned the Game of Thrones, the Hunger Games, to make it to the final lineup
Right.
in their mother league, the UAAP.
Because they have a lot of talented players, and on top of the coverage, you mentioned that's going to be a good problem for FEU.
As right now it's a 10-point lead, and we're going to have a challenge called here by Martelli Meets. Ball in, ball out. This is their second challenge. If this becomes unsuccessful, they lose all their chances of challenging left. Question is ball in, ball out.
Clearly right on the line there. Everything going well right now for FEU.
That's another unsuccessful challenge for Coach Billy. No more challenges left for Coach Conde. .11 lead for the Ultras. Are cruising here. Oh, too much cruise control.
Clearly a lack of risk action there for Cordelia.
That's a 10-point lead now for the Tamaraos, or the Ultras in this Invitational Conference. Serve coming from the Butchers, number 6, Kenrod Umali. They go up to Espartero. He is denied by the double block.
Solid block there, solid anticipation coming from Martelli. No room, no spaces for Espartero.
Better pattern there also for the black shirts. Umali continues to serve. Picked up by Espartero. They go up to the opposite side. Oh, that's a miscue between Molina and Duot. Butchers still alive here. They're down by 8.
Let's see if they can close this big gap. FE was able to build on early.
Kenrod to serve. Picked up there by the libero. They go up to a quick hit. Absin converts off the hands of Reyes.
Yeah, Reyes had a good eye on that set, but Absin being smart, going for a certain angle to get that point.
That's the 5th point there of Charles Absin. More substitutions here for FEU. Garriedo checking back in here. Judy is present in the ball game. So No more starters inside the court, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, easy answer. Angela Reyes.
FEU showing the depth of their lineup here. Let's see.
The challenge here is closing it out.
If they can close it out.
That's the challenge usually that the stringers are given. It's just Espartero rather that's left behind. But let's recall he rested for a set as Cordes hits that off the blockers.
Mini run here for Martelli.
2 straight points here for Martelli. Let's see if they can make it 3. They string it up to 3. Angela Reyes with that serve. Picked up there by Espartero. Duot going up to Espartero. Oh!
Quick hands there.
Onomatopoeia na lang yung sinasabi natin. Ibig sabihin na, ganda. But that's really nice. That's a really nice angle. Wow. Serve coming from Molina. Oh! That's an ace for the young player of FEU. That's his 3rd point.
Sharp serve.
Molina goes for another serve. Oh! Iba ang maswerte. Baka sabihin ng mga tao, poor O na lang sila.
But I mean, you see Molina trying to really serve strong, but this time with the help of the net.
And you'd like to thank the net for that if you're in his place. But let's listen to this timeout by Master Butchers.
Excuse lang po. Nawala yung pasa.
Oo. Nawala yung ano nyo, yung double effort nyo, yung ingay nyo. Game!
Kaya pa yan. Kaya pa yan. Huwag pa tayo masagat. Kaya naman.
Go.
Martelli!
Sasayad sa magulang ko dyan sa Davao.
May konting pabati pa coming from team captain Cordes to his family in Davao.
But this is a tough one for Martelli to really close out, but it's not impossible. But they really need a good first ball right now if they want to at least improve their score here.
Great coverage there coming from Garrido. That back row hit coming from Codilla. Cordes from the other side, trying to stay alive here for the Butchers.
Cordes has been that consistent player for Martelli.
Substitution for Martelli. Number 12 out, number 15 walking to in. Number 2 out, number 5 Lawrence Cabral in.
Nine-point gap. Martelli meets trying to keep it close. Espartero says he wants match point already, and he wants 10 match points to their favor.
FEU has been playing smoothly in this set. Everyone contributing points, and I really have to credit Duo with a good playmaking.
Now, this is not impossible on the side of Martelli meets. Getting points like that will be helpful, but they have to play a few sequences. Team captain, Cordes to serve. Duot going for that quick hit. Oh, no coverage on the side of Martelli, and that's it. FEU, DN Steel Ultras close this out.
Continues to be spotless here in the Invitational Conference. Take a look at this one, Garrido scoring that last point for FEU.
A lot of muscle, a lot of future Tamaraos to watch out for because of the very colorful roster roster that they brought in here in the Invitational Conference, we're seeing a very bright future for the green and gold. Meanwhile, Martelli Meets is showing up well here. We're starting to see signs of life, and we're going to see an exciting future for the black shirts. It's a 4-set win for FEU. We'll be back here to close things out only at the Spikers turf.
Going up against Savage at the 4 o'clock p.m. game. It's between Eco Lasal and the BGJC Navy. And for the main game at 6 o'clock p.m. on Sunday, it's going to be the battle between Signal HD going up against the Navigators. Volleyball fans, thank you very much for coming here and for watching in your Spikers Turf Season 7 Invitational Conference 2024, where power meets passion. Thank you and good night.
Welcome back, volleyball fans. This is our last match for today for the Friday games. That was the Martelli versus FEU, and beside me is our player of the game, Zidrix Aveda. Zidrix, congratulations first of all. You know, the Martelli Meet Masters put up a fight during the second set, but can you walk us through the readjustments na ginawa ng team for this?
Siguro yung maganda naman ginalaw namin ng first set kaso nung second set parang umiba yung aura. Parang nag-relax siguro lahat tapos sobrang tahimik, yung connection namin nawala So yun nga, nung third set, fourth set talagang pinilit namin na mag-enjoy. Tapos yun, compose yung sarili namin dahil gusto talaga namin makabawi.
Drix, what happened exactly during the huddle? No? What was the key napag-usapan nyo for you guys to get back that momentum and for you guys to finish this match today?
Yun nga, palagi namin pinag-uusapan ng coaches tsaka mga teammates ko kasi na huwag dapat basta-bastahin yung kalaban kahit iba pa yung standing kaysa sa amin. So, dapat laruin lang namin kung ano yung nilalaro namin. And yun, huwag kami makisabay kung ano yung nilalaro ng kabila.
Yes. Congratulations again, Drix, for being player of the game. Anybody or anybody you would like to greet?
Binabati ko yung family ko sa Vedra family sa Iloilo, yung family ng girlfriend ko, and may family yung mga kaibigan ko sa Barangay Villar, yung mga taga-Ubos, tapos yung B-Boys, binabati ko din. Also binabati ko yung DN Steel, Ultra, and si Sir Johnny, and buong FEU community. Thank you, thank you.
Yay, thank you so much, Drix, and congratulations. That wraps our games for today. Friday here on Spikers Turf, so where power meets passion.
Thank you so much, Denise. As we look back at that set number 4, it was cruise control for the Ultras. They really had placed the roof in. Kasi roofing pa lang DN Steel. And they really charged their way. Talagang they really showed why they're undefeated still in this Invitational Conference.
And again, they continue to show their composure, their teamwork, their team chemistry, that despite challenges, despite pressure, they are able to succeed. As you see the numbers, very dominant set for FEU, 13 attack points against the 9 of Martelli, 4 kill blocks, a lot of good touches as well against the 2 of Martelli, and 5 service aces, really putting pressure on the passing of Martelli, not allowing them to orchestrate offense, and both teams actually playing clean in that set. Only 4 errors for FEU and 3 for Martelli.
And it's about a very consistent performance. I mean, both teams showed less errors, but still, at the end of the day, it's about who was able to pull away. Now, let's talk about the games on Sunday. It's another triple header here at the Spikers Turf. FEU DN Steel Ultras will go face-to-face with the Savage Spin Doctors. Then, Eco Lasal Green Spikers will go up against the Navy. And then the Signal HD Spikers will go up against the Navigators from Iloilo. Speaking of Iloilo, salamat gidya sa tanan Galantao. Kasi galing Iloilo si Dick. So, thank you so much. And speaking of thanking everyone, on behalf of all the men and women behind Signal TV, and my partner Ayala Sanier, our courtside reporter Denise Valdesancho, this has been Sinjan Reyes thanking you for joining us here at the Spikers Turf 2024 Invitational Conference, where power meets passion.